Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind. Last time when we left off I just ran out of time, I hit the 2-hour ceiling, we were exploring Venim Manor and now I'm ready to check the right wing. So, let's head into there. You might be able to tell by the much louder volume of my voice, I am recording in an empty house today. That makes things much easier. Alright, let's roll. Down here we have Malsa Ules. Welcome to Aldrune, Travis. I'm Malsa Ules, Crusader. Are you new here? I don't believe we've met. Background. I am Malsa Ules, Crusader. Bolvin Venim. Go under the stairs and up the ramp to the second level. Head southeast and go through the door. House Redoran. The Redoran Council Hall is here in Aldrune under Scar. Go there if you want to know more about House Redoran. Alright. So we look around in here. This honestly looks more like a training room than anything else. Note to Malsa Ules. Let's read that. Malsa, keep our special guest in the room behind the tapestry. Make sure the door is locked and that he is under guard at all times. If he escapes, I will blame you. V. Well, that's certainly interesting. Excuse me. So if you look here to the northwest, sure enough, there's a locked door tucked away behind the tapestry. Let's get it open. Take care not to be seen. Everybody wearing Dwemer armor will become hostile if they see you messing around in here. This is Varvur Serethi. Now he features in a quest that we'll be doing later on. Did my father send you? Are you here to rescue me? Should we travel together back to Serethi Manor? Bolvin Venim. He is the one who had me secretly arrested. I think he was going to use me against my father. I'd stay away from him if I were you. House Redoran. If you want to join House Redoran, speak with Naminda in the Redoran Council Hall. So let's just not travel together yet. Shall we travel back to my father, Athen Serethi? Wait here. Okay, so everybody's still good. All right. Yes, Varvur's quest comes about much later, and I think we can screw a lot of things up if we try to do it too early. So let's head down here and talk to Tidris Deltis. Welcome to Aldrune, Travis. New here? If so, I can tell you what services are available and where. Background. I am Tidris Deltus, Crusader. Alright. So there's the Venim Manor private quarters. If we head under the stairs and up here, we find another entrance to the Venim Manor private quarters. Good. Now, who do we have in here? Well, on this... Wow. In here we have Nathine Uvalis. Pleased to meet you, Travis. I'm Nathine Uvalis, Crusader. Welcome to Aldrune. What can I do for you? Background. I am Nathine Uvalis, Crusader. Bolvin Venim. He is right over there. There's another entrance back to the right wing. Now what's up here? Door back to the entrance. Good. Let's chat with Idros Given. I don't believe I've seen a high elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Background. I am Idros Given, Crusader. All right. Now down on this level, we've got two entrances to the Venim Manor bedrooms. Up top, however, we just find Bevadar bells. Good day, Travis. Can I help you find your way around Aldrune? Is there a specific place you're looking for? Background. I am Bevadar Bells, Crusader. All right. Here's Vendrella Aravel. Good day, Travis. Can I help you find your way around Ald'ruun? Is there a specific place you're looking for? Background. I am Vendrella Aravel, Commoner. Alright. Verisa Salvani. I don't believe I've seen a high elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Background. I am Verisa Salvani, Commoner. Okay. Over here we have Nidrine Redis. Pleased to meet you, Travis. I'm Nidrine Redis, Crusader. Welcome to Ald'ruun. What can I do for you? Background. I am Nidrine Redis, Crusader. Alright. And we can check out this room we're in. There's not a whole lot, except a bunch of food containers stacked here in the back. So let's go ahead and chat with Bolvin Venim. Unless you have some important business to discuss, Outlander, I suggest that you leave. Note how much hatred he has for us already. Aingoth the Jeweler. I have nothing to say about that now. Background. I am Bolvin Venim, the Archmaster of the Great House Redoran. It's pretty ballsy to ask him about the Hlervu Locket. Here, take it. Yeah, we shouldn't discuss the Hlervu Locket with him, obviously.
Do you have something to say, Outlander? You seek information, Outlander?
Let's just keep going past it. Oh. We got a new topic from him, Redoran Counselors. Even if you get the counselors on your side, I will veto them. I would rather die than see House Redoran dishonored by an outlander. That's harsh. Yield. You must be a coward to even imagine such a thing. Knights and gentlemen do not yield to animals. I despise you. Go ahead. Kill me if you can, and I shall curse you with my dying breath. Yeah, he's got some serious hate going on. We, on the other hand, still have the bedrooms to check out. So let's take this first door,
Yes. What do you
where we can chat with Dilvine Venim. Good day, Travis. Can I help you find your way around Aldrune? Is there a specific place you're looking for? Background. I am Dilvine Venim, noble and kinsman of the great house Redoran. Alright. Now we can loot her room, and we should, of course. Just in case. You never know where the good shit's gonna be. Now let's fix this, so it's keyed to the right one. Some nice, exquisite clothes in there. And a new book, a copy of 2920 Morning Star, a long blade skill book, which we'll read and take off the list. Morning Star, Book 1 of 2920, The Last Year of the First Era, by Karlovac Townway. One Morning Star, 2920, Mournhold, Morrowind. Almalexia lay in her bed of fur dreaming. Not until the sun burned through her window, infusing the light wood and flesh colors of her chamber in a milky glow, did she open her eyes. It was quiet and serene, a stunning reverse of the flavor of her dreams, so full of blood and celebration. For a few moments she simply stared at the ceiling, trying to sort through her visions. In the courtyard of her palace was a boiling pool which steamed in the coolness of the winter morning. At the wave of her hand it cleared, and she saw the face and form of her lover Vivek in his study to the north. She did not want to speak right away. He looked so handsome in his dark red robes, writing his poetry as he did every morning. Vivek, she said, and he raised his head in a smile, looking at her face across thousands of miles. I have seen a vision of the end of the war. After 80 years, I don't think anyone can imagine an end, said Vivek with a smile, but he grew serious, trusting Almalexia's prophecies. Who will win, Morrowind or the Cyrodiilic Empire? Without Sothasil and Morrowind, we will lose, she replied. My intelligence tells me the Empire will strike us to the north in early springtide, by first seed at the latest. Could you go to Artaeum and convince him to return? I'll leave today, she said simply. 4 Morningstar 2920, Gideon, Black Marsh. The Empress paced around her cell. Wintertide gave her wasteful energy, while in the summer she would merely sit by her window and be grateful for each breath of stale swamp wind that came to cool her. Across the room, her unfinished tapestry of a dance at the imperial court seemed to mock her. She ripped it from its frame, tearing the pieces apart as they drifted to the floor. Then she laughed at her own useless gesture of defiance. She would have plenty of time to repair it and craft 100 more. The Emperor had locked her up in Castle Giove 7 years ago, and would likely keep her here until he or she died. With a sigh, she pulled the cord to call her knight Zook. He appeared at the door within minutes, fully uniformed as befitted an imperial guard. Most of the native Kothringi tribesmen of Black Marsh preferred to go about naked, but Zook had taken a positive delight to fashion. His silver reflective skin was scarcely visible, only on his face, neck, and hands. Your Imperial Highness, he said with a bow. Zook, said Empress Tavia, I'm bored. Let's discuss methods of assassinating my husband today. 14 Morningstar 2920, the Imperial City, Cyrodiil. The chimes proclaiming Southwind's prayer echoed through the wide boulevards and gardens of the imperial city, calling all to their temples. The Emperor Reman III always attended a service at the Temple of the One, while his son and heir Prince Julek found it more political to attend a service at a different temple for each religious holiday. This year it was at the Cathedral Benevolence of Mara. The Benevolence's services were mercifully short, but it was not until well after noon that the Emperor was able to return to the palace. By then the arena combatants were impatiently waiting for the start of the ceremony. The crowd was far less restless, as the potentate Versaduce had arranged for a demonstration from a troupe of Khajiit acrobats. Your religion is so much more convenient than mine, said the Emperor to his potentate by way of an apology. What is the first game? A one-on-one battle between 2 able warriors, said the potentate, his scaly skin catching the sun as he rose, armed befitting their culture. Sounds good, said the Emperor, and clapped his hands. Let the sport commence. As soon as he saw the 2 warriors enter the arena to the roar of the crowd, Emperor Reman III remembered that he had agreed to this several months before and forgotten about it. One combatant was the potentate's son, Severian Chorak, a glistening ivory-yellow eel, gripping his katana and wakizashi with his thin, deceptively weak-looking arms. The other was the Emperor's son, Prince Julek, in ebony armor with a savage orcish helm, shield and longsword at his side. This will be fascinating to watch, hissed the potentate, a wide grin across his narrow face. I don't know if I've even seen a Cyrodiil fight an Akavir like this. Usually it's army against army. At last we can settle which philosophy is better, to create armor to combat swords as your people do, or to create swords to combat armor as mine do. No one in the crowd, aside from a few scattered Akaviri counselors and the potentate himself, wanted Severian Chorak to win, but there was a collective intake of breath at the sight of his graceful movements. His sword seemed to be a part of him, a tail coming from his arms to match the one behind him. It was a trick of counterbalance, allowing the young serpent man to roll up into a circle and spin into the center of the ring in offensive position. The prince had to plod forward the less impressive traditional way. As they sprang at each other, the crowd bellowed with delight. The Akaviri was like a moon in orbit around the prince, effortlessly springing over his shoulder to attempt a blow from behind, but the prince whirled around quickly to block with his shield. His counter-strike met only air as his foe fell flat to the ground and slithered between his legs, tripping him. The prince fell to the ground with a resounding crash. Metal and air melted together as Severian Chorak rained strike after strike upon the prince, who blocked every one with his shield. We don't have shields in our culture, murmured Versaduce to the Emperor. It seems strange to my boy, I imagine. In our country, if you don't want to get hit, you move out of the way. When Severian Chorak was rearing back to begin another series of blinding attacks, the prince kicked at his tail, sending him falling back momentarily. In an instant he had rebounded, but the prince was also back on back on his feet. The two circled one another until the snake man spun forward, katana extended. The prince saw his foe's plan and blocked the katana with his longsword and the wakizashi with his shield. Its short punching blade impaled itself in the metal, and Severian Chorak was thrown off balance. The prince's long blade slashed across the Akavir's chest, and the sudden, intense pain caused him to drop both his weapons. In a moment it was over. Severian Chorak was prostrate in the dust with the prince's longsword at his throat. "The game's over," shouted the emperor, barely heard over the applause from the stadium. The prince grinned and helped Severian Chorak up and over to a healer. The emperor clapped his potentate on the back, feeling relieved. He had not realized when the fight had begun how little chance he had given his son at victory. "He will make a fine warrior," said Versaduce, "and a great emperor." "Just remember," laughed the emperor, "you Akaviri have a lot of showy moves, but if just one of our strikes comes through, it's all over for you." "Oh, I'll remember that," nodded the potentate. Riemann thought about that comment for the rest of the games and had trouble fully enjoying himself. Could the potentate be another enemy, just as the empress had turned out to be? The matter would bear watching. 21 Morning Star 2920. Mournhold, Morrowind. "Why don't you wear that green gown I gave you?" asked the Duke of Mournhold, watching the young maiden put on her clothes. "It doesn't fit," smiled Tarala, "and you know I like red." "It doesn't fit because you're getting fat," laughed the Duke, pulling her down on the bed, kissing her breasts and the pouch of her stomach. She laughed at the tickles, but pulled herself up, wrapping her red robe around her. "I'm round like a woman should be," said Tarala. "Will I see you tomorrow?" "No," said the Duke. "I must entertain Vivek tomorrow, and the next day the Duke of Ebonheart is coming. Do you know I never really appreciated Almalexia and her political skills until she left?" "It is the same with me," smiled Tarala. "You will only appreciate me when I'm gone." "That's not true at all," snorted the Duke. "I appreciate you now." Tarala allowed the Duke one last kiss before she was out the door. She kept thinking about what he said. Would he appreciate her more or less when he knew that she was getting fat because she was carrying his child? Would he appreciate her enough to marry her? The year continues and suns dawn. Okay. Let's check these food containers right quick. We are almost done here now. We've just got one other bedroom to check. Let's head up the stairs and check this one. Oh, I guess we have more. That's all right, though. We'll work our way through these clockwise, like I usually do. Just making some notes. Okay, now let's loot around in here. I don't think there's anyone in this area, but I'm not quite certain. Well, this room's empty at least. And there's nothing in here. This room's also empty. Also has nothing in it. Two more. also empty, with nothing. And the last one, also empty. Nothing here. Huh. Alright, that's it for the Venim Manor. The next place I want to explore is pretty big and has a lot of subsections to it. It's the, oops, wrong way. I don't want to go there. I want to go straight out to the entrance. The Redoran Council Hall has a lot of sub-areas to it and a lot of new people to talk to, even though we aren't joining House Redoran and won't be starting a quest line there. Before we go in there to explore it, let's put our Bal Molagmer gloves on. Take a second to take the Hlervu locket out to brain a Hlervu. Hlervu locket. Is that my locket? Yes, take it. This is my locket. Where did you get this? In the name of the Bal Molagmer, I return this to you. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Your journal has been updated. Hlervu locket has been removed from your inventory. Alright. We can put our good stuff back on. Brainus Hlervu accepted the Hlervu locket in the name of the Bal Molagmer. Now, of course, without exploring the building yet, I want to zip into the Mages Guild, travel to the foreign quarter of Vivec, actually I should put the gloves back on. Alright, good.
Share your thoughts, then. I enjoy the company.
So we need to head to Simine Freyline's bookstore, down in the Canal Works. The most irritating thing about Jim Stacy is how buried he is. The Bal Molagmer is kind of a... There we go. Even though it's a full-size quest chain, it's kind of a side set of missions. You were to return the Hlervu locket, operative. Good. Justice has been done, and if you kept a little something for yourself, I can certainly understand. I know something else the reformed Bal Molagmer might do if you're interested. Your journal has been updated. Bal Molagmer. You did well with the Hlervu locket. For the next appearance of the Bal Molagmer, I want proof of Yngling Half-Troll's corruption. Yngling Half-Troll is corrupt. Many know this, but no one dares act. The Bal Molagmer bring justice to those who think themselves above justice. Go to Venim Manor in Vivec. There you will find a ledger with proof of his corruption. Bring that ledger to me. Your journal has been updated. Will do. Doesn't sound too bad. Gentleman Jim Stacy thanked me for returning the Hlervu locket to Brainus Hlervu. Gentleman Jim Stacy asked me to bring him Yngling Half-Troll's ledger, which is in Yngling Manor in Vivec. This ledger has proof that Yngling Half-Troll is corrupt. So if we look at our quests, we have Thieves Guild, Bal Molagmer, Yngling's ledger. Well, this one's easy to take care of. So we need to get to St. Olms. Not hard. Yngling Manor is in the plaza, as you may recall, so let's head up there. Still wearing my gloves? Yes, good. Here it is. Perfect. So we've already explored this place, picked all the locks we need to pick, so we can just head to the basement. We read it and left it here because I told you there'd be a quest later. Let's just go ahead and grab Yngling's ledger. This is a ledger showing how Yngling Half-Troll misdirected funds he was supposed to spend on restoring the temple in the Redoran compound in Vivec. Now, this is what Jim wants. We can just take it right back to him. We're not even close to finished exploring Aldrune. But I did just want to take this opportunity to enjoy a little variety and do some questing. Because we're at a nice little division. We've done all of the manors now. So we've still... Oh, Simine Frelini is on the west side. Almost forgot. And I'm wrong anyway. It's on the east side, apparently. How the hell did I get so turned around? I don't know. That doesn't matter. The Bal Molagmer must end Yngling Half-Troll's corruption. Have you found the ledger? Yes, this is the ledger I was looking for. Give it to me now so that I can publish the truth about Yngling Half-Troll. Give Stacy the ledger. I knew he was misusing some of the money, but it looks like he took almost all of it. Why, Yngling Half-Troll is a bigger thief than any of us. Your journal has been updated. Yngling's ledger has been removed. Cool. Let's ask him about Bal Molagmer again. A poor widow needs our help. A Hlervu counselor is trying to steal her land with a forged land deed. The Hlervu counselor Velanda Omani wants Indrel Rathryan's land. Velanda Omani forged a land deed and placed it in the library of Vivek. Without our help, Velanda Omani's bribes will prevent justice and allow the forged deed to stand. Go to the library of Vivek, find the deed, and deliver it to Indrel Rathryan in the name of the Bal Molagmer. Your journal has been updated. Indrel Rathryan. She is a poor widow who lives in Seydanine. Her husband, a legionnaire, was killed by Kamanatong thugs. She is a Dunmer, but she grew up in Cyrodiil and belongs to the imperial cult, so the Tribunal Temple will not give her charity. Alright, good. So we have... Gentleman Jim Stacy thanked me for bringing him evidence of Ingling Half-Troll's corruption. Gentleman Jim Stacy asked me to find a forged deed of sale for Indrel Rathryan's land. The deed is in the library of Vivek. I should deliver the deed to Indrel Rathryan herself in Seydanine in the name of the Bal Molagmer. And this quest is called Thieves Guild, Bal Molagmer Land Deed. We've seen the deed even, I believe. We just have to go get it. Let's start making our way south. All the way to the temple compound. We are headed to the Hall of Wisdom. The land deed is another one of those documents that I believe I pointed out, even read it, and told you to leave it where it was because it would factor into a quest later on. Ooh, the Ministry of Truth. Looks weirdly imposing even from here. Oh, see, it almost made me fall through the water, or into the water. I could tell that was happening. Here's the library of Vivek. Our friend Mara is still where we left her. That's good. And here is the deed to Indrel's house. Let's grab that. Let's get out of here. Now what we'll want to do with this, I think we need to hop on the Silt Strider if we want to travel directly to Seydanine. Probably didn't expect to have cause to go back there, did you? Well, the game is just full of surprises. Still, see, that's the one thing that bothers me about Morrowind. In so many ways, it's so much better written than the later games. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't really let you be a bad guy. The Assassin's Guild is legal and honorable and good. The Thieves Guild is all about doing good, restoring the Bal Molagmer, and pursuing justice. I do like the tone of the later quest lines much better, where the Thieves Guild is about stealing for coin, and the Assassin's Guild is unapologetically evil. I do greatly prefer that tone, even if the quests themselves are still much better written in this game. And they are. Indrel Rathryan is somewhere around here. I think this is her. Nope, that's Hlervu. She just wanders around outside somewhere in Satanine. Maybe she made her way down here. Yes, there she is. Welcome to Satanine, stranger. Is there some specific place you're looking for? Indrel Rathryan. Yes, what can I do for you? Forged land deed. Just leave me alone. I already told you I never signed any land deed. I'm not selling my land, and I'm not moving back to Cyrodiil. Give her the land deed. What? This looks like the land deed. Why are you giving me this? This deed belongs in your hands. Thank you very much. I can't tell you what this means. And your gloves, they seem somehow familiar, stories I heard as a child. Anyway, I thank you. Your journal has been updated. Deed to Indrel's house has been removed from your inventory. Indrel Rathryan accepted the false deed to her land. She seemed to recognize the Bal Molagmer gloves I was wearing, but could not place from where. That's not a problem. Let's hop the Silt Strider back to Vivek. Go visit Jim again. It's important to take care of the Bal Molagmer quest chain early, simply because when you reach the end of the proper Thieves Guild quest chain, and you start doing straight-up Thieves Guild jobs on Jim's behalf, you wind up, he disappears. So if you don't do the Bal Molagmer quests before then, you don't get to do them at all. It's nice to do these now. Alrighty. Did you recover the forged land deed, operative? I heard you gave the deed to Indrel Rathryan. Maybe Valanda Omani will leave her alone now. Your journal has been updated. Bal Molagmer. One of our brothers stole from the wrong man. I need someone to return the blade Enamor. This is Enamor. A guild member stole it from Salin Serethi, a noble and generous buoyant armiger. The blade was a gift from Vivek himself. We do not want the Thieves Guild to be blamed for this kind of theft. Take this blade and this note. Put them in Salin Serethi's chest in the Tower of Dusk in Ghostgate. Your journal has been updated. Note to Salin Serethi has been added to your inventory. Enamor has been added to your inventory. So, we're done for now. Very good. So, this is the end of the line for now. Gentleman Jim Stacy thanked me for taking the land deed to Indrel Rathryan. We'll just remember to bring these things along when we actually go explore Ghostgate. Gentleman Jim Stacy asked me to return the stolen sword Enamor to Salin Serethi's personal chest in the Buoyant Armiger Barracks in Ghostgate along with a note. So that quest is Thieves Guild, Bal Molagmer, Enamor. Alright. We can take the gloves off now. We're done for a little while. There's Enamor. Looks like just a straight up steel dagger, but it does have a value of 4,000. Let's read the note to Salin Serethi. Take it off of our book list. To the most highly esteemed Serio Salin Serethi, a fellow thief stole from you. While the daring of this act recommends the thief, the target of the theft does not. The blade Enamor has been returned to its proper owner with our apologies. Bal Molagmer. Alright, so I'm just going to recall to Balmora now, because I've got some stuff to drop off anyway. We'll put Enamor, the note, and the gloves in here, because we won't need them until we're exploring Ghost Gate. Drop off these cobberries I've picked up, and I'll drop off Bethuanth's Harvester. And I'll drop off about 246 of these iron arrows. That looks about right. That's much better. Excellent. Okay, cool. Let's... You know what, too? I'm getting tired of carrying literally everything with me. It doesn't make sense and it's not necessary. So I'm going to leave some spare thief tools here. Apprentice's picks are good enough to open anything now. I really don't need more than 2 probes with me at a time. Nor do I actually think I even need more than the 2 apprentice's picks. We can lose a good deal of weight that way. I'm going to leave my repair prongs, my master's armor's hammers. I want to keep 6 of these, so I'll put 7 away. So at any given moment, I only want to be carrying 2 lockpicks, 2 probes, and 10 hammers. That'll keep my inventory much cleaner and hopefully reduce the frequency with which I need to offload. Oh, and look, we're moving faster too. That's a nice side benefit. We'll quaff that last one. And we'll use the guild guides to get back to Aldrune. We are ready to return to exploration. My next target is going to be the Redoran Council Hall. I want to explore everything I can explore without kicking off full-blown new quest chains. And then I'll explore the things that do. So, let's head into the Redoran Council entrance. Alrighty. So, in the entrance, what do we have? Well, we've got our 3 doors. That's fine. A guard, Naminda, a guard, the hall. Alright. I believe we've read the Guide to Aldrune and the Red Book of 3E426. I'm going to double check on that, but I am pretty sure it's true. Yes. Okay, good. So, all there is to do in the entrance is chat with Naminda. I am Naminda, Drillmaster and Recruiter. If you wish to join House Redoran, you have come to the right place. So we don't want to join, so I need to be careful. Advancement. You must join House Redoran before you can gain ranks. Aengoth the Jeweler, Ald Velothi. It's a long walk. I'd suggest taking the Silt Strider to Nissus and making the journey from there. Ald Velothi is directly north of Nissus. Your journal has been updated. Background. My father was a legionnaire stationed in Ebonheart. When my mother died, I was sent to live with my uncle, but we didn't get along. I made my way here and lived with my father for 3 years until he was killed by the Telvanni. He and Athen Serethi were friends, so I was adopted in a sense. I don't miss Hammerfell. I'm working for a just cause. I serve with some of the best warriors in Tamriel, and the Ashlands can have a peculiar beauty. Brara Morvain. Her quarters can be found on the lower level northwest of the entrance. Duties. I cannot give you duties unless you join House Redoran. House Redoran. The Redoran Councilors have entrusted me with the responsibility of examining those who wish to serve our house. Do you wish to join House Redoran? I'm just making sure there's a no option. Are you sure you want to join House Redoran? Remember that you cannot join any other great house once you have made an oath to us. Here are the rules of House Redoran. Do not steal from your kin, strike your kin unprovoked, or murder your kin. Do not break your word. Honor your superiors and do your duty to your house. Respect the teachings of the tribunal. Defend your house, your people, and your honor. If you fail in these things, you will be cast out. If you fail twice, you will be cast out with no chance of regaining your honor. Never mind. Then what can I do for you? Mudcrab. Of course, as an outlander like myself, you must know very little about mudcrabs. They are small creatures with a hard shell. They live mostly along the coast, and they're usually not aggressive. But if they ever get the taste of meat, they become hunters. Some naturalists believe they are related to the emperor crab. Emperor crab. This whole area was carved out of the shell of an emperor crab. They've all been dead since long before you and I were born. Redoran Councilors. The Redoran Councilors are among the most distinguished and honorable Dunmer in Morrowind. Here, perhaps you'd like to review a recent edition of the Red Book of Great House Redoran. It lists the current Redoran Councilors and their residences. So she gives us a copy. Your journal has been updated. Requirements. Rules. Solstheim. Trouble with bandits. Good work, Travis. I have more duties for you. One of the councilors has been threatened. Your journal has been updated. You handled the bandits well, Travis. Well, that's nice. So we can just put the book down and check our journal. I was told that Aldvalathi is just north of Nissus. I have been given a recent edition of the Red Book of Great House Redoran, which lists the names and residences of the current Redoran councilors. Neminda thanked me for taking care of the bandits. So oddly enough, we have a Deliver Cure Disease potion, even though we're not doing that quest. That's all right. We got rid of Trouble with Bandits, even though Mudcrab Pests is still there. And perhaps most importantly, we got Redoran Hortator, which I'm going to leave alone for now because we're not really properly supposed to be there yet. And with that, let's head through to the actual Redoran Council Hall. Now, this place is a bit complicated, as you can see. From your two entrances here at the south. Can't even really make it show up. But if you run around in here, you'll fairly quickly see that, good God, you've got this sort of box system. So, in this box is Malpenix Blonia Trader. On the lower level here, you have Tuviso Beleth Smith. On the upper level, you apparently have a practice room. Center seems empty. Over here you've got Morrowind quarters. And here's Mivanu Redoran. Welcome to Aldrune, Travis. I'm Mivanu Redoran, Savant. Are you new here? I don't believe we've met. Alms for the poor, I gave at the temple. Background. I am Mivanu Redoran, Savant and Lawman of the Great House Redoran. Brar Morvain. Her quarters can be found on the lower level northwest of the entrance. Okay. On the upper level here, we have Galsa Gindu's house. Here in the northeast, on the lower level, we have Council Hostel, Boldrisa Andrano's house. On the upper level, we have Goris Andrello's house. And then here on the upper level we have Hlervu's house with a balcony. As you can see, we've got a few things to explore. We've been going for 1 hour, and that's about all I have for this particular episode. I'll circle back to the entrance. I think what I'll do, just in terms of organizing this, is go clockwise, first around the upper level and then around the lower level. And we'll clear out the council hall that way. Until then, this has been Let's Play Morrowind. If you enjoy my videos, please consider clicking an ad, liking, sharing, or subscribing. Any or all of which will really help me out. Regardless, please know that I really do appreciate the time you spend watching and hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.